alongside painted jewellery.
Hey everyone, and welcome to another live Watchalong on Football Talk podcast. My name is Ozzy, and I'm your host for today's show. Big game set to begin in the next 2 or 3 minutes. Manchester United versus Liverpool. So yeah, big game for all us Liverpool fans. In terms of the lineups, let's quickly go through it before the kickoff begins. So let's start with the home team. So Manchester United playing a 4-2-3-1 formation. Onana in goal. Mazraoui, and surprise, you've got De Ligt starting in the lineup alongside Martinez, with Dalot at left back, Mainu and Casemiro completing the double pivot, Garnacho on the right, Fernandes in the number 10 position, and Rashford on the left, and OZZWRLD, for me, as expected, starts in the front line. For Liverpool, it looks like it's an unchanged team. So we've got Robertson, Van Dijk, Konate, Trent Alexander-Arnold, McAllister, Gravenberch, Diaz, Szoboszlai, Mohamed Salah, and Jota on the bench. Sorry, Jota starting the lineup. Let's have a look at the bench. No position for the new signing. I was looking forward to seeing Keita there, but as expected, he's not in the squad today. But in terms of the Liverpool bench, we've got Gomez, Endo, Darwin Nunez, Gakpo, Harvey Elliott, Tsimikas, Kelleher. Who's this? Number 17 is Joel Amran Kwanzaa. I did not know that was his name. Okay. Kwanzaa and Conor Bradley. So, yeah, a strong bench as always. So, yeah, big game coming up. So, not had the best of luck at Old Trafford, but hopefully under new era or regime, under Arne Slot, hopefully we can change our fortunes today. So, Liverpool wearing the new away kit today, which looks quite nice to be fair. Let's see how the team performs today.
This year, of course, the Cups to mention. 3 years back, Ten Hag versus Slot, the Ajax final.
Okay. Manchester United are set to start the game with kickoff. And there we go. Fernandes gets the first touch.
The mutual disdain of two world-famous football clubs. Here they are at each other all over again. Last season, no question, United did damage Liverpool. That crazy cup side, those critical points they dropped. Yet still, Liverpool sailed away.
United on the front foot right now. New sign Mazraoui on the ball alongside De Ligt. He makes a surprise start. I wasn't expecting him to start today. It's funny, Ten Hag seems to sign players that he's worked with. So if you don't know, De Ligt and Mazraoui are former Ajax players under Ten Hag. So they've been signed in this window. And obviously you've got Anthony and Onana already in the squad as well. So Van der Beek, I guess, but I think he's been sold now, hasn't he? So yeah, he's no longer a United player. Looks like he's brought the band back. Even though the last two players were bought from a different club, both from Bayern Munich. And sorry, I forgot Martinez as well, former Ajax player. Della on the left, tries to go past Trent Alexander-Arnold. I thought Trent made that tackle there, but he wasn't strong enough, wasn't precise. United attack. Trent needs to do much better there. It looked like he won the ball, but I feel like he just got slightly complacent, and then Dalot was a bit more urgent on the ball, tried to claim the tackle there. So early signs that United will be on the front foot. I don't think they will be playing like this throughout the game. I think it's the first half where they'll be a bit more aggressive. And then once Liverpool find a bit of momentum, I think they'll probably try and play the low block. But right now, they're aggressive. They're trying to get the early goal. Corner kick for Manchester United.
The Manchester United corner to be taken by Bruno Fernandes. Wins out of 199.
Into the midfield to Brandenburg in the far step. No one wants to see the contest on front six.
Bruno Fernandes, what he wanted, I thought it was a poor pass. The United captain. Not sure Rashford's run held tired, they all seem to make the save.
Regathered himself.
Van Dijk on the ball in a very advanced position. Jota with the shot. Unlucky there, just drags it wide. Good effort there from Jota. Good to see Van Dijk progressing. I feel like there is occasions where I feel like one of our centre-backs needs to be a bit more adventurous, whether it's Van Dijk or Konate. It needs to be a tactic that should be deployed a little bit more. I feel like it just brings a bit of uncertainty to the opposition. Matip was, prime candidate in doing that in his time at Liverpool, and definitely made a difference whenever he did. So,
12, 13 years ago.
throw into Manchester United.
Just as they were last week.
Van Dijk, number up top towards Diaz. Can you control it? Unable to do so. This will be a key battle today. Diaz up against Mazraoui. I think Mazraoui will find it very difficult to contain Diaz in this game, but it all comes down to the Liverpool winger. He needs to be aggressive whenever he's on the ball, direct, running at him, kind of infield as well, because I feel like in the last couple of games he's played a bit more of an inside forward, which I think really suits his game, and it allows Robertson to attack the byline a little bit more as well. So that's something that the team need to address. I'll be back very shortly, guys. Seems to be a technical issue with my TV right now, so I'll be back. Just give me 2 seconds, please. Yeah, apologies. Just had to sort the TV out there. And I've missed the goal. Fantastic from my part. So let me have a look at the replay. Groundberg, fantastic. Driving the ball there. Diaz. Ooh. Could be offside, guys. I'm not going to lie. Oh, but he didn't get the touch. Oh, that's a goal, no? Let's have a look. It's a goal. Does Salah get a touch there? Let's have a look. Shut up, Gary Neville. Tell us we're going to stop singing quickly. Couldn't see the replay there again until the Salah getting a touch or not. Initial thought, I think he might have got a touch. But let's have a look. Let's have a look. So Diaz.
Great move from Liverpool. They break through Manchester United, but once just offside, no Salah, just getting ahead of the ball.
Yeah, unfortunate. Salah was offside and also played the pass on to Trent, I guess, but yeah, a bit annoying. But we continue. But it's played, at least the game's been played in a bit more of a contested manner. We've had games in the past where it's been a ball fest. Right now, 8 minutes in, I don't know. Should that goal should have stood? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. But yeah, I didn't like that cheeky comment from Gary Neville. It annoys me that he's still in Sky Sports because he's so biased. Even Jamie Carragher can, take his biases to one side and speak like a true football fan. Gary Neville just can't help himself at times. But yeah, you'll know what I think of him anyway. Just got a comment there from Richard. Big up Richard as always. Says, hi, Assalamu alaikum, Muslim brothers and sisters. How are you all? Many thanks. Big up to yourself, Richard. Welcome to you as well. All good, thank you. Hope you are enjoying the game so far. Thought we'd broken the deadlock, but there's a lot that we have. But we're in attack right now. Trent, low cross, blocked away there by the butcher, as they like to call him. McAllister to Szoboszlai. Oof. Strong challenge there from Delit. Oh, who's that on the ground? McAllister's holding on to his leg there. Hope it's not a big injury. And Richard says, like, comment, share, subscribe. Big up, Richard, as always. Thank you for your support. And just make sure, if you're new to the channel, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. And yeah, if you've got any comments throughout the show, feel free to drop in the live chat, whether it's questions or whether it's comments regarding the game. We can make it an engaging sort of episode today. So yeah, feel free to drop your comments in the live chat whenever you feel to do so. Right now, it looks like McAllister's on the ground. I'm praying that is not an injury because it's something we've spoken about throughout the summer in terms of Liverpool's recruitment, where midfield is probably a position where we don't have too many numbers. I see Chiesa on the bench, or should I say in the crowd right now, alongside his missus there. He's not had much of a preseason, so he'll take a bit of time to get up and running. I'm looking forward to his inclusion to the squad in the coming weeks. We're set to have an international week, I believe. So our next game will be against Nottingham Forest on the 14th of September. So quite a bit of time there. And then the following week, we've got the first game in the Champions League, where we'll be away at the San Siro against AC Milan. So yeah, game's coming thick and fast. But in terms of this game, it's been a positive start from a neutral point of view. Liverpool obviously close to scoring. They did hit the back of the net, but unfortunately ruled out as Mohamed Salah was in an offside position. which is what's your prediction and forecast of the game. So when I did the match preview, I predicted a 2-0 victory to Liverpool. I've been going on that sort of same route where we won 2-0 in our first 2 games. I'm thinking maybe we can make it a third time in a row. In terms of the game, I'm quite surprised in terms of how aggressive Manchester United have been in the opening 10 to 12 minutes. But I feel like their plan is to try and get the early goal and then sit out throughout the whole game and hold off like a 1-0 victory. I think that is their game plan. Whereas Liverpool, I think we will need to be a bit patient, not to get too frustrated just because we haven't scored early or things aren't going our way. We have to be patient in terms of our build-up play, keep the ball as much as possible. We are away, so United will probably have most of possession in the first half. But I feel like we need to try and implement our own game, keep hold of possession, and if we don't have enough of the ball, play the counter press and try and get there on the attacks from there on. So far, it's a game where I feel like both teams are trying to attack the other team. Sometimes it's not always been the case, and it's been a bit of a boring fixture, to be brutally honest with you guys. So but Liverpool have to be patient. Definitely need to be patient in this game. Don't play any risky passes. Like we've just given the ball away now. McAllister doing a lofted pass for OZZWRLD. That's not something you should be doing on the pitch right now, especially in your own defensive half. Keep it simple. Because right now, the more they have the ball, the more confidence they'll be, especially in their home crowd. Every little touch, you can hear the roar coming from the stand. So Rashford turns up whenever it's this fixture. Normally, he's pretty bang average throughout the season, but when it's against Liverpool, he comes alive. So they'll be treating this like a final to some stage. Obviously, they've got some new signings on the pitch as well. Corner kick for United. Martinez to Bruno Fernandes, cleared away by Van Dijk. And I feel like we've got a very strong bench as well. So if things aren't working out, then it needs to be where we can make some wholesale changes in the second half, and that could be the difference maker. So looking at their bench, they've got Tommy Heaton, obviously goalkeeper, Altay in there. I believe he's a goalkeeper. So they've got 2 goalkeepers in the lineup. So that's not showing a lot of squad depth there. You've got Johnny Evans, Maguire, Amad Diallo. I thought he would have started today, but they've gone for Garnacho instead. So he would probably be a player that comes on at some stage. Toby Collier, Christian Eriksen. Didn't realize Christian Eriksen was I thought he was sold, but yeah, he's still there. Anthony Santos. We'll be honest, Anthony for the right wing. So 2 right wingers there. Dallo can play on the left, so 2 attacking options there. And Ethan Wheatley. Whereas we've got a bit of a stronger squad. We've got Kelleher, Gomez, Endo, Nunez, Gakpo, Elliott, Tsimikas, Kwanzaa, and Bradley. So we can definitely make some wholesale changes and hit a different level if required. So no, let's see how it goes for us. Which is also comment saying that Arsenal lost points. We need to capitalize on it effectively and efficiently. Definitely. Even though it's very early in the season, this is this time where you've got to try and have the best start possible and then take it from there. So, no, I definitely agree. Brighton, took points away from United a few weeks ago, took points away from Arsenal. So, yeah, we definitely need to capitalize from these moments. Might not be a difference maker long term, but you've got to instill that sort of positivity in the squad and that mentality that, we're here to win all the games. And that is how you have to think it out loud as well. So, Just got a couple more comments here from Richard. Saying we need to win every first, second, third, fight for everything, 100% into the ball. Yeah, fight for every ball. Just give me 2 seconds, guys. I'm having, I think, issues with my internet today, so my connection on my app's gone a little bit. So I'll be back once I have the match on the TV. Then I can talk a little bit more. So yeah, I'll be back very shortly, guys. Apologies, guys. I'm back up and running again. So I see 24 minutes played, still 0-0 in the fixture. So yeah, Richard makes some interesting points in terms of fighting for all causes. Right now, for Granberg was going to lay it off there for Jota. Yeah, can't lose points. Every point counts 100%. Even at this early stage of the season, we're up against Man City, who are normally slow starters, but have started in fantastic form. You've got Haaland scoring back-to-back hat-tricks. So, even though they're normally slow starters, they've actually started really well so far in the season. So that's who we're up against, a team that is almost perfect when it comes to gaining points. And they've got that vital sort of championship winning mentality as well. So not saying, we're going to win the title or anything like that, but we are definitely challenging. And I feel like we've got to start from here in terms of these kind of fixtures. These are the games where, we've dropped points over the years. So against your rivals, this is what gives you the upper hand. So I feel like this is something we need to address going forward. So hopefully we can do in this fixture. Thrown to United right now. They've lost the ball. Robertson. Fantastic cross there. Thought Jota was going to apply the header there. Oh, so it wasn't Jota, it was OZWRLD. We're on the wing right now. Through Salah. Playing some quick passes right now. Oof. I feel like Salah almost got the ball there. Oh, long ball up top. Fantastic interception there by Alisson. Fantastic reader of the game. Heads the ball away for a throw-in. Dallo the ball. We're throw-in. Liverpool playing at the back right now. Jota on the left channel. Back to OZWRLD. Jota. Oh, 43 is the perfect ball there. So unlucky there. Which it says we need to have forward passing to forward, take every chance. Challenge for everything. Yeah, at the minute it looks like you don't have the more purposeful passes. Oof. For Fernandes was about to set up Rashford on the left. Good interception there by Konate. Look up the ball from Mohamed Salah to Jota. Good tackle there from De Ligt. I thought he was going to cut in and smash it, but he read that play very well. And twin stuff right now. Konate to Gravenberch. Canister. One touch pass there. Szoboszlai drives the ball. Falls to ground, but still manages to find Diaz. Diaz tries to lay off back to Szoboszlai, unable to find him. Diaz. Corner kick for Liverpool. Short corner taken. Wasn't done the way I think they planned to do. Good reception by Trent. Gives the ball away to OZZIE'S. OZZIE'S to Garnacho. Who's that? Mazurai in a very advanced position tries to hit the ball towards the goal. Bubbled the bounce, but didn't really trouble the keeper. So Liverpool have position again. Going back. Ooh, I thought he should have shot there, cut in nicely. Tried to lay off for Szoboszlai. Maybe we should have taken a shot. I know it's a bit of an audacious one from distance, but the gap was there. I think he definitely could have tried to trouble the keeper. And we all know it's a bit hit and miss when it comes to shot stopping. So I think Granberg should have tested the keeper there. Almost found the pass for Szoboszlai, but fortunately it was well read by the midfield. I think it was Maynard that ended up making a block there for United. 33 minutes played, still 0-0.
Right down the touchline bar, still going
Trent
on two players, bar.
with the throw in. Delay has the ball. United seems to be playing it from the back, and I feel like Liverpool need to press a little bit more, especially when it goes towards Onana. Great interception there from Liverpool. Granberg driving the ball. Good cross. There we go. Luis Diaz breaking the deadlock with a header. What a finish there. Fantastic. I thought Szoboszlai and Diaz clashed there, and I thought, oh, maybe the chance has gone there. But no, we've got the lead there. Fantastic play from Liverpool. Let's have a look at the replay. Great interception there from Szoboszlai. And Groundberg lays it off. Dinkton cross. Who was it in the end that got the head? I thought it was Szoboszlai at first, but it looks like Diaz was celebrating. So Groundberg lays it off to Mohamed Salah. He lifts the ball right-footed. I still can't tell. Oh no. Fair play to Szoboszlai. He ducked down as that happened. Could have easily been where, Szoboszlai would have gone with the first initial contact there, and then, it could have gone either way. But no, good finish there from Liverpool. I hope those fans that were underestimating Diaz are celebrating, because a lot of fans were talking smack during the summer, wanting Anthony Gordon to replace him in the team, which I still can't get my head around. But we won't talk transfers because the window's closed now. But I feel like he deserves full support of us fans, because last season, I feel like in the second half of the season, he was probably one of our best attackers. And I feel like he's continued that form into this new season. And right now, he looks like he's playing real confidence, real flair. He's attacking more aggressively. He's understanding the game a little bit better. So, yeah. His relationship with Robertson on the left flank, something that I've criticized over the last year or so. Looks like it's improving as well. So, look, fantastic from Liverpool. Got the lead. 37 minutes played. McAllister driving the ball right now. Jota, good turn pass. Mainu. Throw into Liverpool with Robertson. United on the counter attack right now. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, saved by Alisson. Didn't look like the most comfortable saves, but it's still paid away. Liverpool on the counter attack through Diaz. Diaz hits it across to Jota. Not good touch there in the end. OZZWRLD fair play, trap back. United definitely trying to pull the strings right now. Robertson trying to clear it towards Diaz. Passes to Diaz now. Robertson driving the ball to Szoboszlai. Oh, that's a bad tackle on Szoboszlai. Has to be booking from Martinez. Yes, it is. Yeah, Van Dijk was not happy with that one. Yeah, someone needs to sort that little midget out late in the game. He's definitely got short man syndrome. He's got such a punchable face as well, doesn't he, Martinez? 40 minutes played, 1-0 to Liverpool. Liverpool have a free kick in the middle of the park. Can we capitalize? So they're just showing the replay. It was Mazraoui with the shot. Goes through the legs of Van Dijk. To be fair, it's actually good saving there. From distance, it looked a bit awkward, but I think because Alisson didn't have much sight of the ball with Van Dijk blocking his view there. So good save in the end from Alisson. As those kind of shots, you end up saving them and it ends up going behind the keeper and into the back of the net. So look, didn't look the fanciest or cleanest save, but it parried away from goal. So at this stage, it's a good moment for Liverpool to still be in the lead and have a clean sheet. Trent lifts the ball towards Mazraoui. McAllister to Diaz. Oh, lovely pass from Salah. What a goal. Fantastic finish from Luis Diaz. That's 2 for Lucho right there. Fantastic ball from Salah. That through ball was absolutely sublime. With that outside with left foot. 2-0 lead right now. This is the prediction that I gave earlier on in the show. And the away crowd is going wild at Old Trafford. Wasn't an easy finish because it was quite close. He had to get his foot around the ball. This was the area that I analysed as well in terms of players that Liverpool need to press on, and that was Casemiro because he's not the quickest of players nowadays. And definitely Liverpool, took advantage of that situation. The ball, sublime pass, and the finish was fantastic as well. Hit at the right time around the ball, curled it into the corner. Some may say Onana should save it, but I think it probably caught him slightly off guard with the quick shot. But yes, what a start for Liverpool. Old Trafford are certainly quiet right now, that's for sure. Just got a couple comments here. Respect to small people, all love and respect on this channel. No hate on anyone, but I got you. No, definitely. I said that in sort of more of a tongue-in-cheek sort of way. Because with Martinez, he's always had that kind of moment with Liverpool players where he's, been on the aggressive side. So yeah, it's a bit of a tongue-in-cheek comment. So yeah, of course, no disrespect to anyone in terms of how they appear, especially on this channel. That's not something that I promote at all. And you just mentioned the scoreline there. So look, good start. Very, very good start. I think we're playing good as well. We're not even playing our best, if I'm being honest, but we're very aggressive in that middle of the park. And we're trying to cause the likes of Casemiro to make mistakes on the ball. And he's done that on a couple of occasions. So it's definitely working. It's a tactic that I highlighted in our match preview. Big up to Double D, who came on the show as well. That was the area we said that we need to try and press quite a bit. And then the fullbacks as well. With Dalot, even though he's good at left back, I do feel like it's not his natural position. So we need to attack him a bit more. And Mazraoui, who's a bit more attack-minded as a fullback. I feel like Diaz presses on him a bit more. Then it just changes his game and his approach altogether, where he has to be a bit more defense-minded. So right now, We're in the lead 2-0, 2 goals from Luis Diaz. He scored in the last game as well, back-to-back games. You know, that was an area that a lot of us fans, including myself, you know, I'm a big Luis Diaz fan, but I have said it on record that it's an area he needs to improve. The goals and the assists, it's very low for a player of his quality. And for someone that plays a lot of football, I feel like it needs to be something that needs to be improved on. And so far, to the start of this new season, he's doing a great job, and he's been very pivotal in terms of how we're playing. So yeah, credit to him. And that's why right now he deserves his place in the team. He's been fantastic so far. 5 minutes of stoppage time was a bit high there, can't lie, but yeah, it is what it is. Casemiro still looks a bit bewildered. Not sure what's happened. Is what he's thinking in his head. Oh, great touch there from Diaz. Gets away from 2 players there. Groundberg, fantastic first touch. Drives at the ball, is tripped over. Free kick. Maino booked there, 100%. That could have definitely led to another attack. Groundberg was through on goal. Groundberg looks so good today as well, so solid. Long may it continue. Hopefully he stays injury free. But yeah, he's looking good. Can't lie, he's looking good. Just got a comment here from Richard. Just give me a second before I read a comment. I see Luis Diaz on the ball right now. He's running, he's attacking, or slightly overplayed there. Unlucky from Diaz. Richard says, Man United spent 200 million and Liverpool FC spent 12.5. Look, it's not all about splashing the cash. And, you know, as Liverpool fans, we've, you know, said it out loud quite a few times that we needed a couple of players to complete the squad. And it wasn't because we were seeing the likes of United, you know, spending big on certain players. Well, not from my point of view anyway. I don't really look at what other teams spend and what they do with their money. For me, it's more so what players are they signing? Are they improving their squad? And even though they've signed some big names here, well-known names across Europe, have they addressed all of their positions? Probably not, if I'm being honest with you. So, look, we haven't either, but we still have strength in depth within our squads. Sorry, excuse me. That's a noise from outside my house. So yes, we haven't addressed the main positions that we needed to be addressed, but we've still signed a quality winger in Keza. But our first 11, and I think our bench as well. So our 20-man squad is still very strong. In my opinion, I feel like we've got plenty of quality there. It's just that those couple of additions would have made a big difference in terms of our campaign in challenging all competitions. So that was the reason why us Liverpool fans were screaming out for 2 more players. I think 2 more players would have just really given us more hope. I'm still confident that we'll have a good season. Not saying we're going to win anything. I feel like it's a bit too early to make those suggestions, but I feel like we'll be challenging, and hopefully we can have a season where we don't have to pick up too many injuries. Right now, we're not playing that sort of aggressive, tenacious football. We're playing a bit more of a calm and composed game. So hopefully that doesn't, you know, present wear and tear on the players. They're able to manage the games a bit better. More substitutions. Arne Slott's been doing that a lot, where he's used 4 and 5 substitutions per game. And it's normally players like Trent, Salah, who play quite a large amount of our games. So they'll need to understand this as well, where they shouldn't get too frustrated. We need to manage their minutes and take it from there. So Sabozlai should shot. This is what I was saying in the last game as well. Sabozlai gets in fantastic positions, but he just doesn't pull the trigger. So it's something that really needs to be improved. Fernandez on the ground, acting like he's been hurt there. Just get up now, come on. You're not hurt there. And that is the halftime whistle. Manchester United 0, Liverpool 2. So my prediction is correct as it sounds, but I don't care about my prediction. I want the team to extend the lead and score more goals. Right now, I feel like we look comfortable. We don't look like we're going to concede goals. I feel like we can improve a little bit in terms of our passing and going forward in terms of the final third. But the signs are there. We're not even the finished article yet. We're just starting. We're just gearing up right now. So look, it looks good right now. 2-0 up halftime. Just going to go through some of the comments and then we'll have a short break. Try and sort out my TV situation here. And then, yeah, I'll be back very shortly. So, Liverpool, Richard said Liverpool need to challenge in all fronts. Of course, we're Liverpool Football Club. That is what we're supposed to do. And it's needed DM and LCB. I think they'll get addressed in the January window, if I'm being honest. The DM, I definitely will address in January. The centre-back will depend on who we're targeting. So it could be where if we're trying to get an elite defender like a Bastoni, for example, it might be where we have to wait until next summer. I think DM will try and address this January, but remains to be seen. We'll see how it goes. But in terms of transfers, yeah, we've spoken about it for weeks now. So for me, it's just like, look, it's all set and done now. Let's support the players we have in our squad, and let's take it from there. And Chelsea luxury. Chiesa luxury player. Yes, to an extent. I do feel like the right wing position was a position that needed to be addressed. It probably wasn't high on our priority list, I guess, but I feel like the opportunity to sign a player of his quality for 12.5 million, that's the total fee. It's actually 10 million plus 12.5. Yeah, you can't really ignore that kind of, and the way, I don't know if you guys have seen the videos on the Liverpool YouTube channel where they've shown the behind the scenes of when he signed for the club. He looks so happy, and sometimes when players sign, they're happy. You can tell they're proud to join Liverpool, but he looked excited. He was just having those moments where he's trying to pinch himself, thinking it's a dream or something. Like, that's how excited he looks. So for me, that is a great trait to have for a new signing, that he's proud of joining this big club, and he would definitely fight for the cause. And I feel like he's a player that won't throw the dummy out of the pram if he's not starting. I feel like he will be ready whenever called upon. And look, with 6 attackers the way we have lined up in our squad, we can be challenging for all competitions, because even if you rotate 1 or 2 or 3 players, I feel like a lot of them are at such a good level that the drop-off won't be that much. And I don't mean to throw shade, but the only drop-off I think would probably be Darwin Núñez in comparison to Jota, just because Jota is a more clinical finisher in front of goal. But obviously, Núñez can bring something else to the pitch where, he's a bit more chaotic. He can stretch defenders with his speed and power. So he's a good option to have on the bench. But Gakpo, Diaz, for me, when Gakpo replaces Diaz, he knows his job. He literally just slots in with complete ease. Don't really see the difference too much. And then with Chiesa, we're going to see him playing as a backup for Salah. Will be different because he's right-footed, but that's the role he's predominantly played in his career. Good thing about Chiesa, he's able to play on the left wing to a very good standard. I feel like there was a point where that was his main role, and he was probably one of the best players in world football. So as a winger, he's up there. When he's on form, he's one of the best. And that's not me just sugarcoating it because he's a local player. Believe me, us signing Chiesa, I never thought I'd see this day, because he is, when he was playing over the years for Fiorentina, Juventus, and Italy as well for the national team, I always label him as one of the best wingers in world football. So to have him in our squad, and look, people want to say, oh, he's sixth choice. Look, we've got 6 attackers to choose from. Look at it that way rather than rating him in sort of numerical order, because that's not how the game works. So I'm expecting big things from him. The expectation is probably not as high because of his fee, and he's not like first choice straight away. Obviously, if he has an amazing impact, then people need to be fighting for their team, and obviously that gives the attackers more incentive to make sure they're producing on the pitch because they've got competition now. Chiesa doesn't just cover Salah. On paper, he's a backup for Salah, but he's able to play left wing. He's able to play as a striker. He's even able to play as a number 10. So he will be challenging all 4 of those positions. So everyone that's playing will need to make sure they're on top of their game. So yeah, it's very, very important. I wouldn't say it's luxury. I think it's a good signing. It's one that probably a lot will say isn't a priority, but I'm still happy we've got it. Now we've just got 2 more positions to address, and we'll have the complete squad in the end. But I say that we've got 3 players that are on the last year or less now of their contracts. Will they stay at the club? Who knows? Because if they leave, then reinforcements need to be done, and to replace the likes of Trent, Salah, or Van Dijk is not an easy feat whatsoever. Roger says, can't let them score. Of course not. For me, if we keep a clean sheet, it's just great momentum, and it just shows that Arne Slot might be a very attack-minded coach, but his fundamentals as a defensive unit is key to his success. And I like that new approach where we're not playing too high up, but compact in the back, and we know what we're doing. Even the defensive midfielders like Groundberg and Kassa, they're covering the back 4 fantastically as well. So for me, really, really good to see. And Richard said, rivalry, skin deep with Man United and FC 100%. I've gone up in London where most of my friends were United fans, and I'm probably one of a minority of Liverpool fans in school days or college days, whatever you want to say. So yeah, Liverpool fans always had to fight their battle, hold their corner against the likes of United fans and Arsenal fans because they've been more victorious, especially in the 90s and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, it runs deep. Don't get me wrong. So yeah, I'm more than happy in terms of the scoreline right now, and I'm hoping we extend it. Forget my prediction. That's just me, predicting a scoreline. I couldn't care less if I'm right or wrong. But I want to be right in terms of us winning the game, and I'd like us to extend the lead. So what I'll do now, I'm just going to have a short break, and then I will return very shortly, just before halftime begins. So yeah, I'll see you guys very soon. Hi guys, apology, lost track of time there. I can see the game has begun. It looks like Mazraoui, unfortunate for him, has picked up an injury, and that was a definite concern for when he first signed for the club. But let's see if he's actually able to continue in this game. So just got a comment here from Richie. It says the game back on, my Muslim brothers. Man United 0, Liverpool 2. God is great of everything. Stop hate, racism, and Islamophobia. Never walk on. Big up Richard as always. Thank you for your comment there. But yes, the game's back on. Liverpool 2-0 up. Let's have a look if there's been any changes as I stepped away from my desk. Let's have a look. So Casemiro has been taken off, and Toby Collier has been brought on. I'm not familiar with the player, if I'm being brutally honest, guys. And for Liverpool, it remains the same. So no changes for Liverpool. On attack right now through Rashford. Looks like Mazraoui is back on the pitch, so he seems to be walking fine now, so he's not injured. I assume the clearance. Mainu, long ball towards Collier. Zertsky, fantastic save from Alisson. Wasn't the hardest of shots, but it had to be parried away. Low and hard into the corner. So it went on to Alisson, always alert. Oof. Cross whipped in the danger zone. Rashford. Supposed like to Kanate. Kanate long ball up top.
What a year as a senior player, saying to Collier as he crosses the white line off the left side.
I mean, to be fair, the first thing that you do is making sure your first pass, your first tackle, and almost fed him into the game. He's got Bruno Fernandes and Mainu.
Oh, can you hear the sound? Let me turn. Thank you, Richard. I'll just mute the sound now. Hopefully you can't hear it. If you still hear it, let me know. But yeah, thank you for your comment there. Going back. Van Dijk. Trent on the ball. Passes to Salah. Control. Nice touch. Trent shoots. Oh, blocked by Delit. What was going in? Can't lie. Oh, someone's offside. He was offside. Salah looked like he was onside there. Let's have a look. No, he's onside. No, he's not offside. He's onside. That goal would have stood if that had gone in. Linesman put that flag up very late. Van Dijk fouls Bruno Fernandes there. Bosley to Salah. Salah shoots. There you go. That's the celebration. The Adesanya celebration. Love it. Unstoppable right now, Liverpool. This is light work. Light work for Liverpool. The crowd are silent at Old Trafford. Love it. Mohamed Salah with his traditional celebration. Just Sajda there. Fantastic play. The ball, fantastic from Szoboszlai. And the finish, I love it. Sometimes with Salah, he will normally have a touch, and then it gives the opposition a chance to just go. Oh, Salah on attack again. Oh my God. As I'm talking, almost made it 4-0. Should be 4-0 too fair. I agree. Salah. Oh, Salah's having fun. Killed the opposition passes. That's what we live by now. Salah with the shot. Oh, just missed the post there. I thought maybe Szoboszlai or Diaz would have got a sneaky touch there, but I thought they were thinking it might go into the bottom corner. Nah, it's too far for both of them. I think Diaz did try to slide in and get the final touch. Sublime from our Egyptian king, Mohamed Salah. Trent, the corner. Oh. Konate, the half volley. It goes over the bar. Phenomenal. Ten Hag had a lot to say, saying United were the most successful team in the last couple of years, apart from Man City. Still taking your time to find identity for your team. Arsenal's been there for how long now? 2-3 months, we've got an identity right now, and we're still in the early phases, still getting used to the new tactics, but we're still playing good level football. I feel like we can hit new levels. I feel like we're still just warming up. Salah's on the ball right now, cuts in. Oh, tries to fed it to Jota there. Groundberg. Tackle there. United on the counter attack. I really don't want them to score. I'm happy for it to just remain as 3-0 as long as they don't score, because that clean sheet will just make the victory extra sweet. I don't want them to have any consolation whatsoever. They don't deserve it. So Manu drives the ball to Collier. Get up. Brought to ground there by Salah. Salah to Diaz. Diaz fouled by Mazraoui. Not enough pace on that ball there from Salah. Should have done a bit better there. Let's got a few more comments here from Richard. Which says 3-0 to Liverpool. Mohamed Salah is a role model for Muslim brothers and sisters. I'm sorry to hear what's happening to Muslims all around the world. I apologize for any issue caused, and I forgive for Allah. Well, you don't need to apologize, my friend. But yeah, appreciate your kind words as always. And yes, you know, a lot of things are happening all over the world. This is unfortunate times that we're going through. So yeah, big up for your comment as always. Because they should have been 4-0. You're spot on, Richie. I was too busy celebrating, and then I realized that Salah has another chance. And yeah, he should have done better there, to be fair. And it's a walk in the park. I'm not gonna lie, it does feel like a walk in the park. I'm not gonna lie. Don't really feel like we're being troubled as well. And that's the beauty of the new type of football we're playing, slot ball, however you want to phrase it. And look, I guarantee you, the fans that were not with it a few weeks ago saying, oh, it's not clock ball, it's not, you know, what we're used to seeing, it's too slow, it's too boring. Look, we're beating United 3-0. You know, you have to evolve with the times as well. We're under a new era, a new regime now, so we can't think about Klopp anymore. He's not thinking about us. He's enjoying retirement life right now. So, and look, I will never discredit Klopp. For me, I have to say, by a country mile, he's been one of my favorite managers at Liverpool. And some of the football that we've played under his regime, out of this world. So, never say anything bad about Jurgen Klopp. But we have to face the present, and that is that we are under new sort of ownership, more tutelage under Arne Slot, where it's new ideas, new football philosophy, and it's a new way of playing. So, you know, imagine once we have a full squad, and I'm talking about those two new additions that we were highlighting earlier in the show. We'd have the complete squad. This is why I get frustrated with FSG, because I don't feel like they're ambitious, and I don't feel like they always show that in the transfer market. They always do the minimal, and Chiesa was the minimal. United on the counter attack right now. Long ball towards Rashford. Great defending from Trent, staying on the player. Move that kid out the way. OZZWRLD. Oh, what a save from Alisson. Point blank range from the new signing. He should have buried there. He's only 2-3 yards out. What? Oh, big miss there. Glorious chance there for Manchester United. Alisson's been spectacular today. He's only had to be alert for 2-3 saves, but he's keeping the clean sheet for us today. And the chances that they've produced, they're not like chances that I'm like, oh, you know, we were lucky there. It was just good saves, solid saves. That one he should have buried. I feel like that was probably the best chance of the game. It was point blank. The other two were team effort. Oh, play on, but De Ligt needs to be booked there for that challenge. Jota on the ball. Jota, shoot. Jota, come on. Oh, if you're going to miss it, you've got to still lay it back off. He knew the chance had gone, but he could have laid it off to Szoboszlai Salah with that second touch. Should have done better, Jota, in my opinion. But hey, you need to book the lit now. Come on. Yeah, that was a dirty tackle on Luis Diaz. Welcome to the Premier League, Mateus de Ligt. Because there's going to be 100 miles per hour, especially when you're up against flying wingers like Luis Diaz. Okay, Liverpool making some changes. Only one at the minute, so it looks like Gakpo is coming on. Could be replacing Diaz or Jota. Looks like it's like flights for Diaz. So yeah, he'll look a bit disappointed because he's on 2 goals, so he probably wants to complete that hat trick. But look, it's a team game, and I feel like our players need to be a little bit more understanding with regards to being substituted. Now, don't get me wrong, I used to play football, and if I get substituted, I'll get annoyed as well. But you have to look at the bigger picture, because remember, we're in all competitions right now. Champions League, we're going to play in about 2 weeks' time. And we've got a very strong squad. So we have to kind of accept and appreciate that we've got other players on the bench that can help the team as well. It's not a one-man team, it's not a two-man team. We're a team full of good players. So hopefully, you know, that's something that doesn't affect the players when they get substituted. It's nothing. I don't think it's personal. It should be communicated that it's all tactical, and it's also to manage your minutes as well, so you're not aggravating any potential injuries. Salah, long ball up top towards Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai's been good today. Szoboszlai, oh, fantastic cross there. Gakpo, his first touch, almost hits the back of the net. Just got a few comments there from Richard. He says we need to be disciplined. Yeah, we do. I think right now we're playing fine. I don't think we're being too aggressive now. We just need to manage the game now. And I think with our high possession philosophy, we should be fine. So that chance there, I just think it was a good ball there from Rashford in terms of Zerski's header. It wasn't something where they killed us with their elite pass or anything like that. Pull ball there from the youngster. Richard says, do not concede and win every tackle, fight on. Indeed. Couldn't agree more. The latest has a yellow card, dirty player. Yeah, that was a bit of a dirty challenge, but that came from frustration, you can tell. And I feel like he knew that if Diaz had gone past him, 4-0. So it would have been curtains for him. And Richard said, we have options on bench without spending. But that's what I was saying. A lot of fans were very annoyed or angry. Even at some of the stuff that I saw online, people were angry that we didn't sign players. Now, don't get me wrong, if you watch my shows, and I know you're a big follower of the channel, Richard, that I've shown my frustrations. And I'll be honest, I do feel like it was not a good transfer window for Liverpool. Just because we signed a top player in Kaiser, it's not where I feel like, you know, we can't disregard the fact that 2 positions needed to be addressed. The centre-back one, I'll put to one side because I think it was dependent on Joe Gomez leaving, and that's when a replacement would have been brought in. But I feel like a club should always have 5 centre-backs, not 4. So it should have been Joe Gomez plus another one, in my opinion. And that player could have been a player that plays left-back and centre-back, being a left-sided centre-back that we've all discussed in previous shows. The DM one, you know, Zubimendi was supposed to come and didn't end up coming. So it was like, you know, embarrassment for Richard Hughes and the club and the fan base because we didn't get the play over the line, even though we thought he was going to come. But the writing was on the wall with regards to that signing there. He didn't want to leave not even Spain. He didn't want to leave the city where he's from. So that goes to show that he's a boyhood fan of that club and he doesn't want to move. And look, can't disregard him regards to that. That is his decision and it should have been respected. I don't feel like we should have pursued him. There was other alternatives. A player that I really wanted was Varela, and I think there was some speculation the night before the transfer window deadline day that we was trying to activate a release clause. So I was doing the match preview at the time. I was getting really happy because my guest Double D was mentioning that we might get the guy you want. So didn't happen in the end. But he's a player that definitely could be assessed in the coming months and could go in to make a bid for him. I don't believe it's Zubimendi or nothing. There are plenty of defensive midfielders out there that can fit into our style of play. So, look, at the minute, we'll hold on to the transfers in terms of what's going to happen in the future. Right now, let's enjoy the football. Let's enjoy the games that are coming up. Let's enjoy players that we had. Let's enjoy the way we play football. And yes, let's enjoy the football season again. So, fantastic defending there from Trent. And, there'll always be a dark cloud in regards to the contract extensions. But look, at this stage, we can't really focus on that. That's between the club and the player. The players seem to be fine or content with the situation right now. We can read between the lines that, that player doesn't look happy and that doesn't because I've addressed it and I am concerned. But right now, let's enjoy each game as it comes. With the Champions League, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of the format. A part of me doesn't like the format just because it's a bit all over the place and it doesn't feel like a cup competition. But to take a positive out of that situation is that you're getting big games in the first phase of the tournament. So, we're playing AC Milan our first game. Whereas if it was a group stage with just 4 teams, then you might not be able to play those top teams so early on. So it'll get time to get used to it. But yeah, I did prefer the old format. I just prefer that cup competition vibe. So for me, it's what it is. So yeah. But it'll be exciting. It'll be different. Don't get me wrong. It'll just feel like we're in another league, Super League. That's what was supposed to happen a few years ago, right? So yeah, we'll ironic that they made such a big deal about that, and then they're trying to kill football, and then they've gone on and pretty much copied the same format. So yeah, the irony in regards to that. But look, I'm looking forward to being back in the Champions League. And last year we were covering the Europa League games, and there were some good games here and there, but it was just not Champions League. Now we're playing AC Milan, Bayer Leverkusen, Real Madrid. Those are the games that you want to watch, isn't it? So I'm excited about the upcoming games in the season. So yeah, for us, I think the key is just try and keep the injuries little as possible. I'm happy that Tyler Morton didn't make the move. From what I know, I hope he didn't, because you do get those transfer news after window closes. But I know Ben Doak has gone out on loan to Middlesbrough, which is probably good for his development, because being 7th choice, he wouldn't have got much game time at all. And signing Chiesa, it makes perfect sense for him to play men's football. I feel like he's ahead of his development in terms of his age bracket, so it's probably good for him to play championship football, get used to that physicality of the men's game and the intensity and high speed as well. So it's a good long spell. I'm pleased it's a championship team rather than him returning to Scotland. And that's no disrespect to the Scottish League. I just feel like it's a different level. And the championship is very, very difficult league to compete in. And I know people don't respect it as much, but if you watch the game, it's played at a very high intense level, and it's very physical as well. So it'd be good for his development. He'll come back a better player. Whether he has a long-term future at the club remains to be seen. But we'll see how that goes. But yeah, right now Salah's attacking the channel. Cleared away by Onana. Onana looks a bit lost, I can't lie. Let's got a few more comments in from Richard. Richard says, Ozzy, you have a good heart, my Muslim brother. Your mum, Islam, dad and wife, morals and respect. Appreciate your kind words, Richard. Thank you for your comment as always. Richard says, bragging rights tomorrow, indeed. bragging rights after the game, tomorrow, the whole of next week, because there's no Premier League fixtures next week. So we'll be bragging about it for quite a while now. So yeah, definitely want to milk as much as possible, to say the least. What do you think, UCL and your draw? Yeah, for draw. So we got West Ham, isn't it? So yeah, just a bit disappointing that we got a Premiership team and the other rivals got teams from outside the league. But look, I don't mind it. I enjoy these kind of these games, these competitions when we're playing these teams. West Ham is not a team that I fear, and that's no disrespect to West Ham fans. So if we play them early on, it's all good. Our second team is so good as well. It gives the likes of Harvey Elliott, Darwin Núñez, Cody Gakpo, Chiesa the opportunity to get some first team football as well. So for me, it's good competition to rotate the squad. All right, so we've got some substitutions being made now. All eyes on Trent because he's being substituted right now. He's got a little smirk on his face, so no huffing and puffing this time. You're smiling now. You learned your lesson. I do feel like the situation was kind of brought out of proportion last time. Yeah, he's fine. He's happy. Some of our fans were a bit ridiculous last week. They were like, yeah, we need to sell him now. Get rid of him. He's out of order for huffing and puffing for being substituted. Look, if you play football, you know that when you're on good form like that, you want to complete the game as well. So he was just in that momentum, and I just feel like, maybe I wanted to play a little bit more, but it is what it is. But yeah, sorry, in terms of the US, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, we got I can't even call it the group of death because it's not a group anymore, but we certainly got the tougher fixtures in comparison to the English teams. But I'm always saying all of the teams, I feel like we got the toughest line of fixtures in the first phase of the tournament. But for me, bring it. I'm not fazed by any team right now. I don't fear any team. Even the Real Madrid, they've got a star-studded team. But Mbappe, if you've seen what's happening to him in Real Madrid, they're calling him Hazard 2.0. They're not impressed with what they're seeing on the pitch. So it's not all about buying big players and big names. It's about finding the right players that fit the system and the ethos of the club. So for me, I'm looking forward to that Real Madrid game. It will be at Anfield as well. It's not a home and away tie. It's strictly a home tie. So there'll be one match against Real Madrid at home. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, big games coming up in that tournament, and I'm all for it, to be honest with you. And then we should say, what do you think about the season? So far, Liverpool have done a fantastic start. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to go above and beyond and say, yo, we're going to win the league and all this sort of stuff. But I'm confident that we'll challenge. I really am. And next week, I'll be doing a final Premier League prediction show where I will review all the squads. Ooh, OZZIE'S almost scored there. It's just not his day today, is it? Not his day. But yeah, I'll do a show next week where I'll present my final predictions, but I'll give a bit more of a thorough analysis where I have a deep dive into everyone's squad. What areas are they lacking, weaknesses, strengths, and all that sort of stuff. And then at the end, I will present my final standing of the Premier League. So yeah, that will probably take place next Thursday, but I'll confirm next week, as we've got a bit more time now. We don't have a match preview to do next week, so we'll have time to do extra content and do Premier League final prediction. Liverpool, Szoboszlai, shoot, Szoboszlai, come on. What's he doing? He's so gun shy now. It's so annoying. You should have smashed it as soon as he got the ball there. Come on. Should have done better there, Szoboszlai. Richard just sent me a comment. He says, I'm not in a right place mentally, physically, and emotionally because my dad passing away and no friends. Everyone let me down. Well, Richard, if you need a chat, my socials are there, so I hope you're doing okay. And, really sorry to hear about your father passing away. My condolences to you and your family, and it must be hard. But yeah, if you need a chat, I am available, so you can just message me on my socials. You can reach me at OZZIE'S.ftp on Instagram. So yeah, just reach out to me. I was on X, but they've suspended my account. So yeah, just reach out to me on Instagram. And yeah, if you need a chat, I am here. So yeah, don't feel like you're alone. In terms of my channel, we're a big community, so always look out for each other. So yeah, thoughts and prayers to you. Obviously, I'll give you a small prayer for your dad as well. And yeah, just stay positive in this sort of difficult time. I feel like building that connection with God is very important. So whether you're reading, if you're Muslim, you're reading the Quran, or if you're a Christian, you're reading the Bible, whatever your holy book is, I feel like that is something that you can take in consideration, read it, take some wisdom from it, some comfort as well, and just have some time for self-reflection as well. And hopefully things will improve. So yeah, hope you start feeling better soon. And yeah, condolences again in terms of your father passing away there. Trent is positive, going off. Yeah, good to see. He showed a bit of attitude on the bench. I feel like he's telling the guys to move up or something. But yeah, look, I'm not going to nitpick you. But yeah, I feel like he's learned his lesson, because due to his contract situation, all eyes are on him now. And not just local fans, it's the whole Premier League, it's the whole world, because people are expecting him to join Real Madrid. So yeah, it's definitely something you have to, he needs to be very careful in terms of how he portrays himself on the pitch. And a good little performance. Yeah, I'm very impressed. We're touching 18 minutes now, 10 minutes remaining. Don't look like we're troubled as well. So yeah, really, really good. In terms of my man of the match, I'd probably give it to Diaz, obviously because he scored the goals, but even just the manner that he took the goals, but his positive outlook on the wing, I was very impressed. You have to give a shout out to Alisson, because he's made two or three big saves in this game that could have led to goals. So yeah, it's one of those things where I feel like, even though they weren't big shots, but I still feel like he did a fantastic job to parry them away. So that's the key. And I think Salah's been very impressive. He's been very good on the ball. So Bozlai has been good as well. Gravenberg's been solid. So there's a few names I feel like you can definitely kind of highlight and stuff. But my pick would be Diaz. I think he'll take the headlines then in regards to scoring 2 goals. But I would say I've been very impressed in terms of the output. So I'll give it to Diaz. But we'll try and touch on it later on tonight. I will be doing a match reaction show this evening at 10 p.m. UK time. So after this watch-along, I will upload the link onto YouTube. So yeah. Got another chance. Nunes, come on. He should. I feel like the ball was right there for him to make contact, but he just, I don't know. I feel like he got brain freeze and didn't know what to do with the ball there. So yeah, a bit disappointed with that from Darwin Nunes. Everyone's talking about Soboslai shooting, never seen at LFC. So I've been following Soboslai's career from he was at Red Bull Salzburg. He made his name there because he was scoring wonder goals over there. So that's where my attention was brought to him in terms of his sort of talent. And he brought that with him to Leipzig. He scored a couple of goals in his early start of his Liverpool career, smashing in 1 or 2 goals here and there. He scored that screamer top bin in the Cup, Carabao Cup, I believe it was. And then he also scored, I think it was against Newcastle as well. So in the first few games of our season. So he has shown it, but not enough, if I'm being brutally honest. And yeah, it's an area where it's probably one of his strong points, where his shooting is really good, especially from long distance. And that's the reason why I really wanted at the club, because we didn't have that type of player in our squad. But he needs to do a bit better. Darwin Nunes, come on. You need to be alert in terms of your surroundings. Laying off the ball to Salah when he was in a clear offside position. This is what I'm saying. And I don't mean to, be disrespectful to our own players, but Nunes just lacks that intelligence around him. And if you're number 9, you're not just expected to just score the goal. You're expected to be a team player as well. So it's where you're holding off the ball, and you kind of need to have eyes behind your back, where you got to be aware of your surroundings and making sure you're laying it off the right time and not just doing whatever. So yeah, it's one of those ones where I feel like it needs to improve. But he's a Liverpool player, so we'll support him as always. I just feel like these are the little traits where if he improves in it, then he'll have more of a chance of starting games. Right now, Jota's ahead of him. And I'll be honest with you, if Jota's not available, touch with no injuries, but if he's not starting a game, he is an option up top because he played pretty much like a second striker for Juventus last season, and he's played up front before in his career, so he can easily take that role as well. So that's why I'm impressed with the Chiesa signing. He's not one-dimensional. He's just not brought in for one position. He can play in 4 different roles, and I'm talking like highest standards as well, not just makeshift player. He can play fantastic as a left winger, and he can play fantastic as a right winger, and then up top he's very good as well. So got a good player on our hands there. Richard says not on social media because it's toxic. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, I don't blame you, to be fair. I was on X/Twitter, whatever you call it, solely for my podcast here, so I can build connections with Liverpool fans and other content creators and all that sort of stuff. But they've blocked me for whatever reason, so I haven't been on it. So I'm contemplating if I should rejoin or not. But it wouldn't be for personal use; it'd be more for networking and checking up on latest Liverpool news and all that stuff. But yeah, I tend to avoid getting involved in X/Twitter debates because they get a bit toxic, like you mentioned, get a bit out of hand. So yeah, I don't blame you for being off social. If you follow me on social, I'm pretty much on my football content, and yeah, I don't really show my private life. It's just not something that I promote. I like to just keep things private in terms of not having it open for anyone to see. So yeah, this is the way I am, to be fair. Richard says Darwin Núñez needs to fix up, needs to improve his football IQ and improving finishing. If he does that, next thing to be sold. Richard, I'll be honest, the finishing, so improving on his finishing, 100% you're spot on. He does. That is what will help him get into a lineup. But I feel like football IQ, sometimes you have it, sometimes you don't. And I feel like because Liverpool are playing at the highest level, he might not just be equipped to play for our club. And that is really, and I feel like people might just take this the wrong way. I'm not throwing shade or I'm not being disrespectful. It's just my analysis of the player because we've watched him over 2-3 years now. And I just don't feel like he has the nous to be a top level striker. Not for Liverpool Football Club. He might, blossom somewhere else if he joins a different team. Just doesn't suit our play. I think under Klopp, maybe the intensity of our general play was, a bit too much for him to kind of like manage. Everyone said this will be a position, this will be the type of football that suits him because it's a bit more slow and composed and he can be a bit more calculated. But to give him the benefit of the doubt, he hasn't started games. So maybe if he starts game, he has a different sort of input. But off the bench, he hasn't really made much of an input for me. And I feel like to place yourself in the team or to present a stake in the team. Oof, Salah almost provides assist for Gakpo, but Gakpo unable to get on the end of it. Lovely cross from Salah. Gakpo just get a touch on it, but I'm unable to hook it on target there. But yeah, I do feel like the striker role will be addressed next season. I think Darwin Núñez could be sold. He would have been there for 3-4 years, and if it hasn't worked, it hasn't worked. You have to just part ways. No shame from club or player. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. So Bosley on the counter. Can he lay it off to Darwin Núñez? No, Darwin Núñez shoots off target. Szoboszlai's decision making has been lacking, to be fair, and that's something he really needs to improve on, because you've got Harvey Elliott on the wings waiting to get a starting place in the team, and his sort of key strength is his decision making. He's very good with his through balls and his passing, but he doesn't have the same quality that Szoboszlai, where his pace and power. So yeah, he's had a good game today, but I do feel like his decision making has been lacking today. So definitely needs to improve on that. And Richard says Chiesa got his work cut out to get into the squad. Yeah, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be a walk in the park. Listen, this is Liverpool Football Club, so every player needs to be in a team on merit because they deserve to be there, and he will get a lot of game time this season. Mark my words. I think he'll play a lot of football. He'll be a very useful addition in the Champions League competition. I feel like, because his pace and directness will definitely cause havoc to the European oppositions. So no, I feel like, just from what I've seen his interviews and stuff, he doesn't seem like a person that is big-headed or feels like he deserves to be the lineup. He knows he's got to work hard. This is Liverpool Football Club. He knows the stature of the club. He knows this is a big football club. So I'm sure he's looking forward to the challenge. And look, he will get plenty of chances to play in the team, in my opinion. So yeah, I'm excited to see him in a Liverpool shirt. Probably be, it'll take 2-3 weeks now because we've got our international break next week. But yeah, I am very, very excited to see his debut for the team. So yeah, looking forward to his debut coming up soon. Darwin Núñez, good defending there, helping out McAllister. Corner kick. And just because I analysed Darwin Núñez saying, I don't feel like he's got, certain strengths and stuff, he can still work on these things in training, and he can definitely improve as a player. But I'm talking more of a long-term future at the club. I just don't see him being at the club for too long. But he can definitely have an impact for the team this season. I just don't feel like he'll be much of a star, if I'm being honest, because I would probably prefer Jota as our first choice, and I'd probably prefer Chiesa in front of him, or even Gakpo as a striker. So yeah, those three players are ahead of him in the pecking order. So when you're like fourth choice for that one position, yeah, it doesn't make sense. And I know some fans like him on the left wing. Not me personally. It's not the role that I feel like suits his skill set. He can cause havoc in certain games coming off the bench in that position, especially if you want to press on the fullback. But as a starter, as a mainstay position, no, I don't believe he's a left winger. That's just my opinion on Darwin Núñez there. Richard said, respect is not given. We need to improve the season. EPL, UCL, EFL, and FA Cup need to be hungry, concentrate, discipline, work hard, work, fight, battle, and so. No, I agree. And just from the early signs of what Arne Slot has kind of presented or showcased in his interviews and the way he talks, I feel like he will bring that to the squad. And I feel like it's not going to be under Klopp where it's all hugs and all that sort of stuff. And I'm not disrespecting Klopp, but I'm just saying it's a new era. It's different at the club now. It's going to be very sort of tactical in terms of our style of play. I think the culture is going to be different. It's going to be a more professional / serious kind of culture at the club. So yeah, I'm all for it. We've just got a couple more minutes of stoppage time. Darwin Nunes, chance to lay off to Szoboszlai or go around the player. I feel like when you're in those positions, you've got to be precise. Are you going on your own or are you laying off to someone? Don't lose the ball, because then you just killed the momentum, you killed the attack altogether. Yes, I know we're 3-0 up, but I'm greedy. I want 4, I want 5 goals, especially against our rival here. So I feel like they got off lucky today with the 3-0 score. We should have thrashed them even further. But then they'll probably have a counter argument and say that they should have been more clinical up top as well. But another clean sheet, guys. I know the game's not ended, still being played. But okay, we'll wait until this attack happens. I don't want to jinx it now. Darwin Nunes with the touch. Szoboszlai, McAllister. Oh, fantastic ball over the player there. And that is the full-time whistle. Liverpool are victorious at Old Trafford. Arne Slott's first match against Liverpool. Not in his career. He did mention in an interview that he went there as a AZ Alkmaar coach and lost 4-0. Would have been nice if he had won 4-0 today. But the score is 3-0 to Liverpool. And yes, what a result. What a game indeed. Liverpool on the front foot. Kept a clean sheet as well. Diaz scoring a couple goals. Fantastic to see. He's been on fire so far in the season. And obviously Salah topping off to make it 3-0. Ten Hag talking reckless earlier on. No. Likes to be a bit of a troll when it comes to this game. And he's done that in the past as well. But, you know, we've probably got the last laugh. And 3 wins out of 3. No goals conceded. And happy days for Liverpool fans right now. So, what a nice way to wrap up our Sunday afternoon of football. And that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, Richard, for all your comments. Appreciate your engagement as always. If you're new to the channel, please don't forget to like and subscribe. In terms of upcoming content, I will be doing another show later on today. So it will be a match reaction to this, where I'll discuss the key moments and I'll do a player ratings. But I'll also give you guys a platform to come on and have your say. So if you want to come on, speak about the match, or even speak to me about anything football related in terms of what's happened over the weekend, in terms of other matches, and maybe you want to talk about transfers as well. It'll probably be one of our last shows we talk about, because from next week onwards, I think transfers might be a distant memory for us all. But yeah, the platforms for you guys to come on. You don't have to be on camera, so you can just literally call in via audio, and then I'll get you on the show after player ratings, and yeah, we can discuss whatever you want to talk about. So yeah, that will be today at 10 p.m. UK time. So I'll create the stream after the show, and yeah, so look out for that. So when you come onto the channel, make sure you hit that notification bell, and you'll be notified of when I go live today. So Richard says bye. Big up, Richard. Speak to you soon. But yes, as always, guys, take care, stay safe, and I hope to speak to you all later on. Goodbye.